your sauce is starting to bubble like a mud pit in New Zealand, it's ready. Hi guys, how are we doing? So, welcome back to my kitchen. I'm trying to figure out where everything is because we've just cleaned it up a bit. Now if you're like me or like us, you've lost most of your tomatoes to blight this year, but you know, there are others of you who I know have a huge amount of tomatoes left over that want to use those. So this is going to be a recipe for you. This is also a recipe for those who want to hide vegetables from their children, or for those who don't want to eat them because they're fussy and a pain in our asses. So we're going to be making today mother sauce. Now, as I said, we lost all our tomatoes to blight this year, and all except for 4, and they were attacked by slugs. Yeah. So we went to the supermarket and we purchased 4.5 kilos of tomatoes that were found from the reduced section, which has saved us quite a lot of money actually, just quietly. Yeah. So we're just going to get on with it and get this sauce made. I don't have a lot of time today, it's Sunday, so I'm going to show you the cheapest way of doing this. Because we all need a day off. It's Sunday. The only things that we haven't bought on offer, because even the carrots are on offer, we got 2 bags of little carrots. I mean, like, these are just stuck in the back of the thing. We can chuck those through, that's not going to be a problem. Get those used up. They're only 10p when it was a whole bag, so we've got like 2p's worth of carrots in there. These were 26p, marked down from 45. These were marked down. We've taken the plastic off now, but they were about 40p punnet. These were the last out of the last bags that we bought, and they were about 50p a bag, so it's 25p for that lot. I got these, which are baby peppers, apparently. Got 20p off those, so that's a good start. That's probably the most expensive thing we've got, actually. I grew that one. I grew it. It was free. And celery we bought brand new, which was about, I don't know how much that was. Can't tell you. But these are 81p packet, down from 135. So we're basically gonna get quite a lot of sauce out of this lot for a lot less than it would cost for the jars, especially since prices are going so ridiculous. We're going to get cracked on. Okay, so first off we need to prep our veg. Now we're going to do, get rid of that. I'm going to be using my food processor today to cut my veg up. So all I have to really do is peel them, chop them into manageable bits, and chuck them in the food processor. So, you know, that's all we have to do. So easy, man. Why? I mean, like, you know, simple. Listen, I know that some of you think that me using the food processor is a bit of a cheat. Now, if you want to sit there all day and you want to use your food grater, you know, your cheese grater, and use your knives and all of that kind of stuff, you go do that. I have about 10 minutes before my legs start to shake when I'm standing. And then if I ignore that for any much longer than that, you know, well, I end up on the floor. And then ain't nobody getting any sauce. So, for me, is a much easier way of getting things done and still being able to do them myself. Oh, God, these onions are strong. You know. So, I'm going to take these in the other room and get them all chopped up, stuck in my bowl, so I don't lose any. Oh my God. Okay, so as you can see, we don't have the grater on here, we've just got the blade. So we're just going to chuck all these in and run away because, oh my God, these, oh, fucking hiccups. because these onions are pretty strong. So we're going to just pop the lid on. Oh man, hiccups. Damn it. Okay, we're just gonna go for it. Really big pot. I'm just going to turn this on very quickly, and we're going to start off with a bit of olive oil in the base. Right, next we need to grab our onions. This thing will let me get them out. And dump it in there. And then scrape the rest out. Or as much as you can. We're going to keep using this, so whatever doesn't come out is going to come out eventually. Don't be too concerned about it. Right. Now we want this on a medium heat. We don't want it on a very hard heat, because we want it to take its time and actually saute off rather than be, you know, crispy brown hot dogs. Onions. Be a bit delicate. And then while that's going on, we're going to do our carrots and onions, carrots and celery in the food processor. Else in here just now until this is all sauteed down and got itself happy, a little bit softened. So we're not going to do anything for another 10 minutes. What we can do is we're going to prep the rest of our veg. Now it's at this point you decide what veg you want to put in yourself. I have some of those mini baby peppers, I've got a punnet of mushrooms, and I've got the zucchini from the garden. So, or courgette, or whatever you want to call it. Green stick looking thing that's like a mini marrow, and they'll all be going in the food processor to add to this when it's time. Okay, so all our tomatoes are in now, and all we have to do now is let that simmer for until it starts to darken, get a bit thicker, you know. So we're looking at about 4, 5, maybe even 6, 7, 8 hours. So it just depends on your stove and how you're doing it, how wet your mix is, and all of that kind of stuff. So I'm leaving mine on a reasonably low flame. You do need to keep an eye on it. You do need to keep stirring it from time to time just to make sure that it doesn't catch on the bottom. So there we go. Back in a bit. Whew. Okay, stage where we need to put it in the blender. And so I'm just going to go cup by cup. We're going to half fill the blender itself because obviously this is quite hot. It's quite warm. And then we're going to put it straight in. Well, this is my next big pot. This is my jam pot, so I'm putting it in there because I honestly think that my next size down pot from this is going to be too small. Let's get a little bit more fluid in there. There we go. Right. Now, when you're using the blender, when you've got hot stuff, you don't want to have it really, really full. And the other thing you want to do is you want to have a tea towel holding the top, and you want to hold it. Because if you don't, bad things could happen. Damn it. Oh, what the hell? What the hell, man? Spicy. Now, of course, if you have a hand immersion thingy, immersion blender thingy, stick one thingy, then you can use that. But I don't, so I'm using this. There we go. Fabulous. Okay, so the last little bit is going in, la la la, and that's all that done. Woohoo! Okay, so as you can see, it kind of at this point it is looking like a jarred sauce. All we need to do now is to put it back on the heat on a low flame. Now this is where you're going to have to keep it an extra special eye on it because it could stick really badly at this point, which is why I do this on a really low flame. If you have a slow cooker big enough to do this in, do it in that. I don't. Even though ours is like 5 litres, I would say this is probably closer to 6. And I would rather have it in here where I can keep a better eye on it. Now we want it to come down a little bit more. Not entirely loads, but a little bit more. So I'm probably going to cook this off for maybe another half hour. Keep a close eye on it, make sure it doesn't stick on the bottom, because that's actually quite thick and really good at this point. It's just I want the colour to darken a little bit more. Just a little bit, but they are store-bought tomatoes, so you know, it is what it is. When your sauce is starting to bubble like a mud pit in New Zealand, it's ready. So we're going to stop bottling. Out of that big pot we made, we've got 3 of these jars, which are around about 1 litre each, I think. And these ones are pint jars, as far as I remember. Or are they 3.5 pint? Half pint and pints, could be. But this is enough for us for a meal, one of these. So, and that's enough for 2 meals for us. So, you know, it's just me and Tanny. That's quite a lot. Because we're just using shop bought stuff, it's we've still done it relatively cheaply. We couldn't get something this good with what we know is in it for the money for that amount. Oh yeah, it just no. So I mean we've spent less than probably about £7 doing the lot, which is in some ways comparable if you're looking at own name brand type stuff. if you're looking at things like dolmio, we've just made a killing. I'm just saying. And it's all made from stuff that was reduced or we grew, you know, so we can't argue with that. It was either stuff that was going to end up in the trash or on the compost, so, you know, saving the world in one way or another, right? Okay guys, so there we go, there you have it. There's my mother sauce recipe, which will trick your kids. It will. This is what I used to make for my kids all the time. They didn't have any idea. They thought it was dolmio. I made it in dolmio jars. You know, so they just thought the labels had fallen off. Yeah, I was that mum. Anyway, this is my mother's sauce recipe. It's perfect for everything. Anything you want tomato based, that you want to have a bit of flavour in, that you want to hide the veg from the kids. If the kids are going to go, oh, I only want tomato sauce, you can chuck them this. No, you got like 30 different vegetables in it. What are they going to know? They're kids. It's red. It's tomato. That's all they care about. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to go. Have a really, really good one. Let me know in the comments below if you try this one out. I would love to hear. And join the group. Join the Facebook group, and then I will show us your pictures of what you've been doing. I would love to see if you guys have made this and how it's been for you. Okay, I will see you later.